Hi, I'm Dr. Lara, and welcome to another week of Channeled Angel Messages. So sit back and relax and see what resonates for you. Hmm. Okay. Right away, I'm seeing like a fence, and then I'm seeing two people on either side of the fence, and they're almost like neighbors, and they're arguing. So this tells me that some people that are listening, it feels like there may be a disagreement that you are having with a loved one, or maybe a coworker, or an acquaintance in your life, and it just feels like it's not a huge thing, but it's big enough to be weighing on you. And it just feels like both of you are having a hard time getting past it. Um, and they're showing me like a mirror, well, if they could only see my perspective, if they could only listen to what it is I have to say. So, what the angels are saying is if you're listening to this and this pertains to you, um, to kind of be they're asking you to be the bigger person in this, and to see if you could come from a place of compassion for maybe what the other person is going through. And oftentimes we don't know what the other person is going through. We don't know if they're battling an illness, or if someone in their life has died, or if they're having money challenges. But whenever somebody comes from a place of anger or fear, it's because there's something going on in their life that they're afraid of, and they don't really have a way to channel that energy. So, what do? They take it out on somebody else. And unfortunately, sometimes we are the bearer of what people, you know, take out on us. And so, what they're saying is to maybe have compassion for the other person. Maybe they are going through something, but that doesn't mean to step down, or to take the blame, or, um, you know, take on everything that's going on. It's just figure out what your side is, where you're coming from, and just ask yourself, how important is it that this feud or this disagreement continues? And they're also saying it may be time for you to um, draw a boundary, and to step into your own personal power, because this is happening. Oh, okay, this is happening on a global level. Is the days of the bullies are lessening. So what that means is the people that have been bullied or are being bullied, they're finding the courage to stick up for themselves and saying no more to these people that are bullying them or taking their stuff out on them. And that's what the angels are helping all of us with, is for us to stand in our truth and to love ourselves enough to stick up for ourselves, and to stand up to anyone that may be bullying us, which is really interesting because this is really happening on a global level. And they're showing like a lot of people, they're getting what they gave out, I guess. And justice is being served on so many levels. And now that that has been happening, we're all coming together as a collective to stand up for ourselves, to say no more, which is really amazing. So that is awesome. Okay. Okay, so they're also showing me somebody, oh, this is really interesting. Someone that's kind of sitting in a chair, and they're kind of like in this space of, I don't want to say darkness, but it's just cloudy, okay? And all around them is light and love and opportunity and growth and happiness. But this person sitting in this chair, they're just not able to see it or feel it or experience it. And what they're saying is just allow yourself to receive the good that's in your life. It feels like there's a lot of, I don't know who I'm talking to, could be a multitude of people, right? But it feels like there's a lot of good things happening around you, but you're just not seeing it. And it feels like maybe you're in a very heavy space, or it feels like maybe grief. And but what they're saying is that if you can maybe pull yourself out of that for just a moment and to take some time to write a gratitude list and to be grateful for what is in your life. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but it really is true that when you seek out things that you're grateful for, that is a vibration, and that vibration goes out into the universe, and there's a match to your gratitude and things that you're grateful for, so more things show up for you to be grateful. And I'm hearing in the back of my head, well, I don't have anything to be grateful for. I have this, and this. And it's like, yes, you probably do, but there is always something to be grateful for. If you have clean water, you can be grateful for that. If you are in a warm home, you can be grateful for that. If you have food in your refrigerator, that you can be grateful for that. There's so many things that we can take for granted, and just like the basic human rights that we have, we can be grateful for that, and that is a start, and to be truly, truly grateful. But they're saying to just allow yourself to receive more, because when you receive more, that's when your life can change and you can become happier and more joyful. And the more that you receive and the better you feel, the more that you can contribute and help somebody else who may be in a sad state as well. Okay, let me see if there's anything else here. I just hear, you've got this. I don't know who this is for, but there's somebody here that's, they're showing me you're on a cliff and you're getting pushed. Actually, it's not like you're ready to take that jump, because you're not. But it feels like you're kind of being pushed to the edge. You really don't have anywhere else to go but to jump off that ledge. And I can feel the trepidation, and they're like, I don't know. But they're saying, you've got this. You really have got this. You can do it. And the only way to find out is for you to take that leap. And the only way that we can move through the fear that we have is to go through it, is to actually face our fear and actually do what it is that we're afraid to do. Because when we allow that fear to stop us, and we get like stuck in our tracks, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it paralyzes us, and then we don't move forward, and then our soul gets discontent, and then our lives are miserable because our soul is not expressing what it wants to express. So they're just saying, just take that leap of faith. What is the worst that can happen? Ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? And usually it's this feeling of not being safe. But what the angels are saying is that they've got you. They've got you. You've got this. Okay. Okay, so those are the messages. So now I have a question that somebody had sent in, and that's a really good question. I wish I knew what the answer to this was years ago. So the question was, why do we have such harsh trauma in our lives, and where are the angels when this happens? There's a lot of people that they know the angels are there, but they don't always feel the angels' presence, and they want to know how to connect with that or why they don't. So let's see what the angels have to say about that. So I'm just gonna tune in. So the angels want you to know that they are always around us. Always. They're watching over us. They are helping us on our path. They're putting people and situations in our path to further our expansion and our growth. and they're always whispering in our ear. Okay, and that could be your intuition, it could be an idea that you have, it could be something as simple as, I had this idea to call this person, or I got this inspiration to go to this art fair, and then you met up with somebody. So there's all these little things that they whisper into your ear. um, but what they're saying is that we have to be still enough to hear it. There's a lot of distractions in the world, with the phones and music and to-do lists and the media and you know all, everything. There's like so many distractions, and the angels, they're very gentle energy, and they're not one to always be in the forefront and come down with this booming voice so you can't miss it. You know, sometimes that happens when it's like a life or death situation, but oftentimes it's a still, quiet voice. But you have to be quiet enough to listen to it. And with this question, people are talking about the traumas in our lives. Um, it's part of our soul's growth. And, but when we are in that pain, when we are in that pain of that trauma, and we are um, feeling very hurt and going through grief, and we don't feel the angels, where are they? When you find yourself in this space, the easiest thing to do is to connect with your breath. So if you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and you do that a few times, and you start to relax, and then you can ask the angels to come in, and every time you breathe in through your nose, imagine breathing in the angelic energy. Imagine breathing in their light, breathing in their love into your body. And as you exhale, let go of your emotion. Let go of your anger. Let go of your grief. Let go of your sadness. And when you do this for a period of time, at least, at the very minimum, 5 minutes, but if you can do it longer, you will begin to feel the presence of the angelic realm, and your body will come into a state of feeling more relaxed, more grounded, and you will be able to let go of those emotions that you've been holding on to. Because when we hold on to these emotions and we're stuck in our head and we're mulling over and over and over all of the things that had happened and all of our pain, it's very hard to hear and to feel the presence. But they want to assure you they are always around you. You just need to ask them to be there. And oftentimes when we ask for guidance about something, or we ask for help, it doesn't always come right away, unless you're having like a conversation with them and you really have like a clear channel. Then you can get the guidance right away. But oftentimes we don't really have that in the beginning. And what they're saying is that when you ask the question, it can come in other forms, in a conversation with somebody. It can come like a week later with an idea or an inspiration. You could pick up a book that could give you the answer to what it is you're looking for. But you have to be open to the signs. And it may not be the way you want it to happen. Like, they're not going to call up and say, hey, you got to do this. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. It's like you have to open up that channel of communication. And the best way to do that is that breathing exercise that we just showed you. And to do that maybe twice a day, just to do it twice a day, and to build that muscle and to keep that intention of communicating with your angels. because it will happen. You'll start to see numbers, you'll start to hear messages. Just keep at it, but they're always here. So thank you so much for asking that question. I hope you enjoyed the readings. And there's a lot of people that are new here. So if you haven't already, you can go to my website, drlararomero.com, and you can download a free guided visualization with the angels. So I hope you take advantage of that. Thank you so much for being here. And please keep the questions coming and your comments. I love to respond and so appreciate you being here. Many blessings.